Good morning. You gonna say good morning today?
Good morning.
Why are you here?
You guys are canceled school.
Again. So yesterday we went to the farm show, Fort Wayne Farm Show, and the boys did not have school yesterday either, so they got to go with us. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
And they canceled school again today. Apparently it's too cold to go to school. Thought they had heat there, but hey, whatever. It's fine. So, we were working around the farm today. Ryland's hanging out with me. Brayson's at home with Mama. But we had a neighbor that lives around the corner here call this morning, asked if we could come plow his driveway out. So, that's where I'm starting this morning. It is still very cold out, but at least the wind has quit and the sun has been shining yesterday and today. So, it's not quite so bad. It's supposed to warm up into the upper teens here. I don't know if we're going to get there today, but tomorrow and through the weekend, and then up into the 30s next week. So maybe some of this stuff will start to melt off the roads at least. The problem with doing other people's driveways that I've never done before is I don't know where they want the snow piled. I don't know. There's a vehicle back here, and that is their vehicle. So why it's parked back here, I'm not sure, but we're going to make sure they can at least get that out. Yeah.
Don't pile.
We've also got a circle here that goes up around the house, so we got that car dug out.
They star too.
They do. They have a star on their barn, like we have on our green leg, huh? At least they have nice driveway markers out, so I can see where the driveway is. That is helpful. There are a lot of low tree branches, though, that, yeah, no fun for the tractor cab here. All right, there we go. Good deed for the day is done. I haven't even had to pull anybody out of the ditch this year during this snowstorm. A couple years ago when we got a bad one, there was one day I was still driving to work from town every day. But coming down this road, there was like 4 or 5 cars in the ditch, and we got the tractor and came and pulled them all out. Okay, we got back from pushing that driveway out. Like I told you guys, I've been selling a bunch of our old stuff on Facebook and other places, and one of the things that I've had for sale for a month or better is our old 1800 John Deere display and an ITC receiver that doesn't really work. I mean, it does, but they don't work. Well, anyway, somebody wants to buy it, and they're on their way to the farm show that we went to yesterday, and I told them I would meet them kind of on the way by the highway where they're going. So we are heading there right now, and I'm going to sell this thing and get some money out of something that has been sitting on our shelf for 4 years, totally unused. All right, so well, I got back from selling that display. That's all done and good. Got rid of something, so that's nice. Debating what to do next. My steel is in that I ordered. Was that just earlier this week? No, it was Friday last week for my seed warehouse. So I could go and pick that up. And by in, I mean they finished making it because I ordered it from the place where they manufacture it. So I could do that. The roads aren't great, and there's salt on stuff. Now they said it's wrapped up good enough that it wouldn't matter, but I'd have to take my new trailer out in the salty roads, which I don't know if I want to do. But it's going to start snowing again tonight and tomorrow and Friday, and I don't know when the roads will get better unless I'm going to wait until the middle of next week. So maybe when it's cold and they're frozen, today's still a good day to go and do that. I don't know. I also have some trash I need to haul back to the woods. We can take the tractor out and go do that. And yeah, I've been thinking about this. I got this old Farmall F12 sitting over here. We'll talk about it more sometime, but it's kind of been my we'll get to it when we get to it project. I kind of have some time right now for the next week or two that I should probably work on this. Now, my excuse for not doing anything in the past year is that about a year ago, I took the engine block to the local engine rebuilding place to have them clean it and inspect it and go through it. I haven't got it back yet. Have not heard from them. Have gotten nothing from them. It's been a year. So maybe I need to check on that and see what's going on with my engine, and if they're not going to do anything, just get it back and find somewhere else or do it myself. I don't know. But I've been thinking about tearing the rear end apart, looking in the rear transmission or gear case or whatever they call it, and draining the oil out, see how much water's in it, that kind of stuff, see what kind of shape it's in, how bad it's going to be. Yeah, I don't know, but maybe we'll work on that some today or tomorrow. What should I do? From here, it sure doesn't look bad outside, but man, it is cold. Windy today. At least the sun's shining. We're gonna take some stuff back to the woods and start a fire. That'll do. Alright, I called up and asked him if it'd be alright if I just pick up my steel next week instead of worrying about getting it in the snowy roads this week. And they said, sure, that's no problem. So that's good. So we're going to work on this corner here a little bit. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. This seed treatment stuff is all got to go down to the warehouse, but can't go down there until the heat's on permanently, or I'm not heating it continuously, just when I'm working down there, so it'll freeze, and that stuff can't freeze, so it's got to stay down here. DEF tote, don't really want that to freeze. Yeah, but we can go through here and organize a little bit. Organize our block cart, something like that. Get rid of this pallet that's broken, and what's that little one from? No idea. That's a bad hydraulic hose from my man lift, boom lift, so we can throw that away. Yeah, we can go through a few things here. Man, the problem is I just don't even know where to start with this thing. I would love to have this thing running, but it is not a passion of mine. It's not something that I really enjoy doing, working on this kind of stuff, and it's not something I've really ever done, so I don't know where to begin. Obviously, I need an engine. That's kind of where I had started, but just looking at all these other components and stuff sitting over here, the longer this thing sits, the less likely it is that it ever goes back together. It's just sad, but kind of where I'm at with it. Just not my specialty. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to go check on our engine and see what's going on with it. I would think at this point I should drag it out there and wash it. It's never been washed. Some of this dirt is 50 years old. It's sitting on that platform there, and I think it needs cleaned up. So I think that's where we might start when we can get it out of here. We're gonna have to get the forklift in here to move that pallet at some point. And that cart has been sitting there and is broken. The wheels have fallen off of it, so it's going to have to get, I don't know, we'll have to move it, do something with it. I know that I need new sleeves and pistons and rings and all of that stuff for the engine, but I think that the guy that I took it to said that he could get all that stuff if he ever gets the block done and cleaned up, so there's that. Yeah. But I think I could take some stuff off from here, take these bolts out around this and open up in there to look at it and see what we've got. Drain the oil out of it, clean stuff up, and put it back together. I should be able to do that without the rest of the components, I think. So I know this project has been sitting in this corner for going on 3 years or more now. If you haven't seen it, you're relatively new to the channel. That tractor is an old Farmall F12. I believe it's a 37, 38 model. It was my grandfather's, probably my great-grandfather's, but it sat in the corner of my grandparents' on my mom's side, not my dad's side, for as long as I could remember. My mom said it got put in the spot where I took it out of in 1980, and it sat in another barn for 10 or 12 years before that. So it has not run since the 60s at the latest, or the most recent, maybe even longer ago than that. It was just kind of thing that after my grandparents died, or really even before that, I kind of thought about it, but after they died and thought, well, I'm either going to get it now or I'm not. And so I took it. We've got it up here. I've kind of torn it apart and done little since then. And like I said, I would like to get it done and fixed and running because I think it would be a really cool thing. It has very little value to the farm, to the operation, other than it's a cool thing and it's a little sentimental to me. Just hard to spend much time and effort and money on it, but we'll get there. There. Fixed our flat tire. Got it pumped up. Now we need to organize a little. Well, I got this floor swept up and put that in there before I, well, in the amount of time it took me to sweep the floor, our tire went flat. I think we're going to need a new one. Good thing I got a whole bunch of blocks. We can block this cart up before it's completely flat. Let's see. Where's the best place to do it, though? Right there, under that axle. This one. Lift it up and put it on there. I learned a long time ago, it is far easier to buy a whole new tire and rim. And then to, one, try and fix that tire, put a patch or whatever on it. And two, just replace the tire and keep the rim. Not worth it. Just buy a new one. So it's a 4x6. We'll find one. I cleaned that spot up a little bit there. It's slightly better. Maybe tomorrow, if I got time, we'll drag that tractor out and try and wash it. But I got to get the forklift in there, and I don't want to do it today. I am going to come down here to the seed warehouse because I've been thinking about ceiling fans to stir the air up to keep the hot air from just rising to the top and stirring it up a little bit. But I want to measure and see if I can, how I'm going to have to fit them and where they're going to fit. I'll show you what my issues are going to be. All right, I got the man lift started so we can go up there and measure and do some stuff. But here's my dilemma, right? So I need some ceiling fans in here. And I've got, I don't know. I've got 6 bays. I'm thinking if we put one, let's see, this is the center. If we put one between that bay and one between that bay, it would move enough air to mix stuff up in here and be comfortable. The problem is if I go down the slope, I can't go down too far before I run into issues with height from my boxes. I can go a little bit, but then I need 4, right? 2 on each side. I would really prefer to mount 2 right in the center, but I've got my heater there. And so what I want to go up and measure is see if I can mount it right on top of that heater, because your clearance above only needs to be 6 inches. But can I get it down far enough that we won't hit the ceiling with the slope? That's what I need to know. Finally! It's taking a long time to warm up. Did not want to move up for me, but we're getting there. Alright, let's go do some measuring. So the fans I'm looking at, there's several different versions, models. Some of them have like 10-foot diameter, 5-foot long blades. I don't know if that would fit or not. We're going to find out. The ceiling is flatter than it looks when you get up here. But if I go to the center of that heater, 5 foot is right here. I mean, there's plenty of clearance, but it's cutting it a little close because you got to be 6 inches up from that at least. And it would work if we did something with a 8-foot or even 6-foot diameter. I would feel a little more comfortable. So that gives me some good information. Plus, we've got these hangers. Those are every 10 foot. Not that we couldn't slide that one down a little bit, but that would be an issue. So I think that'll work. I just gotta, I think 2 of them. I don't really want to mount them down farther, you know? I would rather do 2 right in the center because I think that would be sufficient for what I'm trying to do and what I need to do. So we'll make it happen, I guess. And I got to figure out electrical. Okay, went in the house and worked on some stuff there for a while. I've got a project I'm working on. But, Rylan is still at the farm, so I'm gonna go and get him, and we're gonna head home for the night. So thanks for watching today. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I've got a seed meeting in the morning, and then I don't know what from there, but maybe we'll drag that tractor out and wash on it a little bit. We'll see. We'll find something. I know it's just slow right now, and I'm not real motivated to go and work on anything or start any big projects or do anything outside, so that's just kind of the way it is and what you get today. Sorry. Anyway, have a great night. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.